So that brings me to the final evolution, which is taking on the role of manager of a learning design team in the College of Business and Law, which incidentally, this opportunity actually came up in one of these webinars. Very much thank you, Ramon, once again. Making a connection in one of those breakout rooms to someone on the call and then talking about an opportunity, which I then took on the challenge to apply and was successful in getting. So I thought this is a great opportunity. How do I now take everything that I've been doing myself and working in other teams to lead a team with some of these methodologies, and how also my challenge in my role was, how do you scale this across the entire college? Well, first and foremost, if you will all, know the best way of doing this is you do need a dream team, of which there are many of these individuals on this call. But also alongside that, you can have a dream team and I know there was a comment in there about the politics of universities, of which there are a lot, and the support and time is always the most precious component of any sort of change that you're trying to do. Is having senior level support. And I must say a big shout out to my ADVC of LNT, Kathy Douglas, who has been the biggest supporter of this initiative. She bought in at a very early stage when we were rolling this out 3 years ago, and she has paid for all of the team to do the Kaospilot conference, work masterclasses, but also she supported the initiative and pushing it at a senior level, which I think is helping with the political aspect when you've got someone at that senior level also, pushing from the top down and you're sort of pushing from the bottom up. So all of those experiences, the learning arches, the conversations around the 5 C's, the workshops have all consolidated with the help of my awesome team, I must say, into what we call the holistic learning design approach. So this is, as you can see on screen, I've got some descriptors, but broadly, we've reframed and almost redesigned the backcasting model, which is a Kaospilot sort of approach that you do across the 3 days in the first masterclass. And we've distilled it down into more of a bite-sized course design development approach that is spread out. Initially, it was 3 workshops, full days, and then it went to 2 days worth of workshops, and then it's now down this semester. My team was running 2 half-day workshops. But you can see we have archers, we have people in a room. I think that's the key thing that I got from Kaospilot from those way back when in 2018. You get humans in a room and you give them the time and space to focus on the desired outcome they need to do and get them re-engaged with their passion, which is they are passionate about their discipline and they are passionate predominantly about their students, and getting them to understand who their students are and make those connections, which the Learning Arches is a great tool to help facilitate that visually. Then you get some magical outcomes. And for the college, they needed to do this at scale. So there was no way that we could facilitate the numbers of courses that we were talking about unless you've got groups of individuals around shared, goals, which at this point was a program level kind of goal, either across an entire program, a major, a minor, or some core units. And also, I think our biggest success has been leveraging the expertise of the academics in the rooms to get to talk to one another. So rather than previously, before I came in, it was kind of one-on-one with the senior learning designers or learning designers. They get the opportunity to not only, get the amazing conversations and outputs from my team, but they also get it from each other. And I just have a quick video of the experience with some of the academics and others talking about it, which I'll just play.
Well, for me, the holistic course process was engaging. It was fun to be involved in, but the fact that it was holistic, I think, is the real selling point to academics, because when we design courses, It's very easy if you do so individually to go down a rabbit hole. And what we're trying to do in this case is build a minor. So we want a cohesive narrative. We want to ensure that there's sort of interoperability between various aspects of courses that make up the minor.
You know a lot about your area, your course, but you don't often get the opportunity to understand the program at that top level. So being able to know exactly where your course fits and how it contributes to the program at large is just great.
Our new holistic approach is designed to create a connected learning experience that brings assessments, activities and technologies into alignment across an entire program. So instead of designing courses individually, we work collaboratively with our academics to design a shared program level narrative that creates an engaging student learning experience. So far, we've applied this approach to over 45 courses across our MCOM and MBA with very promising results.
The workshops have been really active and engaging. We've had the academics up out of their chairs, writing on butcher's paper, putting stickers on different things.
It's much more organic, gets a lot of people working together, there's more robust discussions, and it gets everyone pushing in the same direction, which is really, really important for the student journey because then you get consistent experiences all the way through.
From the previous process to this process, I've seen a huge change. We all worked in silos. Everybody was designing their own courses, working on their own specializations. But in terms of taking this holistic approach, what we did was we designed things as a team.
And particularly in this workshop, what we did in the MCOM is that we were able to see what other course coordinators are working on in their particular courses. And we were able to see particular technologies that they will use and how that sort of can be used in my course, but as well as also forming that link throughout that journey of the students. And you can only establish that or be able to get to that if you collaborate in a group.
The design process is amazing because it is so scalable. What we're doing in this one program can be done in multiple programs across the school and the college. The program itself is very scalable. The design features are bringing in industry, for technology, for embedding sustainable development goals, and just making sure that we're going to be really graduating students that match the university key strategies and capabilities, which is so important for us, as well as embedding the discipline-specific knowledge.
Okay. So that was a quick, obviously, hype reel of the experience. And actually that was a recap of the HLD process from the first year. So it has even further evolved since then. This is just a quick sort of snapshot if you want to know what does it look like kind of over a timeline. And kind of if I think the other thing is around making this work in your institution language. So we have, like I said, we have design workshops that kind of sit up front. We have there's a lot of work, I will not lie, there is a lot of work getting people on board before they can get to the design workshops, making sure all the senior stakeholders are bought in, that everybody's on the same page, that they understand the time commitment and what we want from them. And really the first hurdle is to get them into workshops. Once they're in the workshops, they love the workshops, they love the conversations, they love the designs and the opportunities to talk to one another. And then what we've noticed is, obviously, this is now third year running, we've got repeat people who are coming back and who are continuing to talk about what they like, and they helping to get others on board. And then we've broken it down kind of broadly into two main chunks, whereas we developed like an MVP, which for us is what goes live in the start of semester for our students. So that gives kind of a key milestone point for our academics to get development done, because that's the other side of this, it's stakeholder management, but it's also project management, managing timelines, deadlines. And then we've got other things where we've got initiatives around educational technologies embedding. We have the RMIT capabilities that we embed through. And also taking another Kaospilot kind of ideal is we have a showcase at the end where we celebrate what we call the HLD heroes. So we show off what our academics and my senior learning designers and learning designers have developed and created at the end to say, look at all this amazing work, and isn't it awesome? So like I said, this is the 3rd year of us running this approach at RMIT and in the College of Business and Law. So 2023 was very much the team at the time all went, and my team has evolved. I've had a lot of, new team members, come in, and other team members leave. But the team at the time all went and did the Kaospilot, and we kind of designed up this mega ideal to roll out. We had 2 new programs, which were mentioned in the video, the MBA and the Master of Commerce at the time. So it was a great opportunity. They had a lot of support behind them and resourcing. So we started there with 6 across kind of 6 broad core majors, minors, and ultimately 37 courses. Then in last year for 24, we scaled up and refined. So the word got out, more people wanted to do this, and we had to find ways of doing even more majors and minors across even more different programs and more courses, which sometimes means more staff, which we did get. And other ways it means being more efficient with timings and timelines. Now this year we are rolling this out. We have a new Bachelor of Commerce that we've just launched using the HLD process last year. The students are starting this year. And we're looking at 6 majors just in that alone to roll out and redesign a whole brand new greenfields bachelor's courses. That'll be the 2nd year of majors is this year, and the 3rd year will be next year. But beyond that, there's also lots of other majors and across undergrad and postgrad. And then beyond that, what's next is I'm keen to roll. We've done we've taken aspects of the workshops and we've kind of done them. If people can't do course developments, how can we facilitate the same conversations in discipline teams? We've been looking into talk about compliance. In our portfolio that we work in, we work very closely with our quality enhancement team, who is completely in charge of compliance. And they're interested in taking these conversations into what we have annual program reviews and comprehensive program reviews, all of those sorts of things. So this is the great thing about this. Yes, it's explicit in learning design, but also there's a great opportunity to use it in other parallel. Now I'll just kind of skip this one. This is, because Zoe has let me know I have 5 minutes. These are some of the things that some of our course coordinators have said, that they've kind of loved the process and the opportunity to get together in a room and talk. But I thought I would round